So now I'm in my backyard, part of the garden that, part of my property where I worked on it last weekend. Um, and this is pretty much how I'll leave it. I mean, there's lots still leaves. This was a ornamental grass right here that was cut back, and there's still little twigs in the garden, but I'm not worried about that. But this was cut back, everything was cut back, and I edged it. You can see right here along the edge of the garden, and I like a nice clean edge. And partly that is for when I mulch it, it gives me an edge to kind of come to, kind of bring the mulch to a clean edge. And yeah, so everything is, now it's the waiting. The grasses won't be, they're warm season, so they're going to be, 2 more months before they're even like a foot high. But things are ready. Things are cut back. But I leave a lot of litter. It's called like leaf litter or plant litter in the garden, in the bed still. It's not a a perfect space, but it's ready for mulch. And sometimes I'll just grind up leaves, old leaves, and use that as mulch. Other times I'll get proper bark mulch. But gardens don't need mulched every year. That's a misnomer. I know you go to every shopping center or maybe even in the suburbs where everybody's keeping up with each other, putting down 3 inches of mulch every year, and you just don't need that. It's decoration. It's not, mulch is meant to be building the soil and not just stained mulch that you put on the ground to make your house look fresh. It's a temptation, and everybody's buying it by bags now, and it's just stained, chopped up wood. Mulch is beneficial if it's mixed with compost and mulch and bark mulch. But the idea that it goes down every year is just, by midsummer, it's already kind of started to fade, and it can't decompose fast enough. So if you put down 3 inches this year and 3 inches next year, like that's 6 inches of mulch. It just can't decompose fast enough to become part of the soil. So you're just raising the height of your planting bed, and you have all this mulch that is just sitting on your bed. So sometimes you have to just rake it all out and toss it somewhere, and maybe you have woods and you spread it. But I'll either leave it every other year, or things are planted dense enough in my garden that I don't need mulch. Things just grow together in time. So it's a nice look. I mean, there's no way around it, and I definitely do it. Helps with weeds. But what you want, the idea of mulch as a decoration is just not really the goal. It's to build soil, build this quality of the soil, the same way you put compost in your vegetable garden. It's not there to make the garden look good. It's there to build the soil so the plants will grow healthy, and the same in we'll say an ornamental garden. So this is ready for mulch, and I do get a mulch that is half compost and half like bark, real bark, not ground up like stumps and logs that I would say majority of any of the big box stores that in those bags, that's what that is. It's just ground up, garbage in, garbage out, and they just put some color on it, and it's easy to transport in bags. But I like something that has compost in it, or straight compost even, because you're building the soil and you're feeding the plants. But it's hard to educate that for folks who like dark black mulch or red mulch. Yikes, that's gross. So that is my mulch kind of sidebar. I didn't intend on it, but this is the garden as it is in its current state, and it's side of my garage needs a paint job, but we're not here to talk about that. So thanks for watching.